What's going on YouTube? You listen to me? Uh-uh. What's going on YouTube? Just want to give a quick overview of the conference championship games that happened this past weekend. The Bucks were victorious, and so were the Kansas City Chiefs. So we're setting up a Super Bowl rematch between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. My prediction is that the Chiefs will win. It's going to be a close game, but I think Patrick Mahomes is the future of the league, so I think he's going to get his second straight Lombardi Trophy. However, I do think that Tom Brady is going to come out. He's going to be spectacular. He will live up to the billing as being the GOAT, but I think in the end he's going to come up short due to the um, arrival of Patrick Mahomes. I don't think there's a defense in the league that can actually like shut them down or slow them down. Um, I'll give credit to a few teams. They were able to, knock him off his game, create turnovers and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, he still find a way to win. So I think that he'll find a way in Tampa to get his second straight Super Bowl ring. May not get an MVP. He might, it might be Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelsey. But if he does get it, it'd be his second straight. That'd be his second straight uh, MVP, Super Bowl MVP that he got. So it would be a hard discussion as to who the future of the league is going to be in. Um, at the top would pretty much be Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and whoever you want to name after that. Um, I did see some, as far as Josh Allen goes, I did see some things in him that I think they need to change as far as the when the game got out of hand, the fact that he threw the ball at the defender as a way of being childish, I felt like that wasn't necessary. I do feel like he is he's a stellar quarterback, but I feel like in his division, I think that Tua and the Dolphins will overtake him. I think in the long run, you're gonna see Miami like make a continuous effort to stay in the AFC Championship game and to represent the AFC in the championship game and in the Super Bowl. I do feel like you're gonna see that trend. I say that because this year's draft is very important, and I think that the Dolphins gonna do a great job of getting the players around him to do exactly what they want to do, which is make Super Bowls and win them. Um, Me personally, yes, I love the way Tua plays. I love the person he is. I love the competitor he is. So I'm gonna continue to preach this message. He's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, he sucks. He did this and this and this." End of the day, he did the best he could what he had. If you give him actual talent to work with, you're gonna see a huge improvement in the offense. You're gonna see deep plays, you know, short yards taken for deeper plays and stuff like that. Devontae Smith is that type of receiver. No matter what kind of daylight you give him, if you throw the ball in his vicinity, he's going to catch it. He's not Devontae Parker. He's not Mike Gurkowski. He's not Jakeem Grant. He's not Bolden. He's not what's the other kid's name? He's not Preston Williams, and he's certainly not Albert Wilson, whom I'm actually curious to see how he's going to adapt with Tua being the starting quarterback. I hope that him and Wilson. I hope that him Smith and Parker is that three-way punch along with Gronkowski to help the offense become a lethal threat in the league. I do feel like this year or this upcoming year they're going to win at least 11 games. I'm going to say they'll be 11-5. They'll get a home game for the wild card game, and they'll go into the division and hopefully go into the AFC Championship game to play the Kansas City Chiefs. We all know the Chiefs going to get their bye week. We all know they're going to be ready for the plays in the divisional round, and hopefully that's the Dolphins. Hopefully the Dolphins will beat them and move on to whatever other the AFC Championship game, wherever that's going to be. Hopefully they'll be going there. Those are really high expectations, but it's reachable. It's not unreachable at all. Given what they were this year, 10-6, and the fact that they got snubbed out of the playoffs due to a lackluster performance against the Bills. but I still feel like at the end of the day they're a much better team than the Bills. They are a few players short of being the dominant team in the AFC East. Point blank. Period. The Patriots won't overtake them. Neither will the Jets. The only formidable team they have is the Bills, and I feel like they can beat them. So again, the Super Bowl is set. I do feel like it's gonna be a back and forth game. Um, I think in order for Brady to win, he has to get up early in order to withstand the run that Patrick Mahomes is gonna put on him. But if Patrick Mahomes get up early, if he, let's just say hypothetically speaking, let's say they put up 40 points in the first half. We'll say 35 points in the first half. They put up 35, it's a wrap. If they get past 28 points in the first half, it is a wrap. There is no way on God green earth that the Buccaneers are going to come back because Patrick Mahomes is going to convert third downs. He's going to convert drives to turn them into points. He's not going to let Tom Brady just, ruin his moment because the passing of the guards is actually happening. That's why it got set up for the Patriots. I mean, not the Patriots, but the Buccaneers and the Chiefs to have a rematch. Because you watched the first game when they met up against each other, the Chiefs was up. I think it was 24-7 or something like that, and that was in the first half. Tyreek Hill in the first quarter had over 200 yards. So if they don't contain this offense, it's gonna be a very, very long day. However, a side note, Eric Fisher, which is their dominant offensive lineman, and another guy, they're both out for the season. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Shaq Barrett and JPP takes advantage of this. I do say it's going to be a closer game because of that issue. I don't think, however, that Tampa Bay defense is going to be able to uphold Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. Or, I forgot his name, but he's number 17, the kid out of Georgia. He's actually a return specialist. And Sammy Watkins. He's going to be another X factor. The receiving core in Kansas City is just too lethal. Tyreek Hill by himself can beat Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. There's not a single DB that can hold him. That's been proven already. So if they don't get in front of the gun and stay in front to keep the pressure on Tampa Bay to score, Kansas City to score, it's gonna be a one-way beatdown that Tampa Bay don't want to be a part of. And I can hear Skip now. Oh well, defense. Yeah, but what did Tom Brady do? You can refute the argument by saying that if he don't score, if he don't put points, he has to score touchdowns. There's no such thing as a field goal in the Super Bowl. Because a field goal is nothing more than a hiccup. So they score another touchdown and put you under pressure to score another touchdown. And another one, and another one. We all know they're not going to go every single drive scoring a touchdown. But if they score 28 to 35 points in the first half, it's going to be a wrap. People going to start turning up the TV. And you might see fans leaving. Which I know Tom Brady's he's gonna make a run, 2-3 touchdowns, maybe something like that, to pull the game within reach. But I don't see Patrick Mahomes basically handing over the Super Bowl to Tom Brady because he's trying to get a 7th ring. I'm talking about second, so that's gonna be his mindset. I want 2 in a row. You got 6. I'm trying to get where you at. Because if I get my second one in a row, plus my second MVP in a row, I'm going to start to be talked about a lot more within this league. I'm a two-time Super Bowl MVP, 2-time champion, and I'm on one of the hottest teams in the NFL who's on course to at least make 4 or 5 more Super Bowl appearances. So I don't see them slowing down no time soon. And if the Buccaneers can't slow them down, who can? Literally. But I'll tell you this. There's a team in the South. The Miami Dolphins are coming. Mark my words on this. They're coming. They got to get their defense together, too, though. They have to get their defense. That front four has to produce pressure. As shout outs to Dougie is wrong. He's point blank period on this. Offensive line and defense line have to dominate. They have to dominate in order to overthrow a team like Kansas City. You cannot surrender touchdowns to a guy like Patrick Mahomes and expect to play back and expect to play back for a game. It's not going to work that way. Tua is fortunate because he scored 17 unanswered points in the fourth and got it down within, six, but they still lost because what? They could not get off the field. So you have to have that dominant defensive line and offensive line in order to change the game, in order to dominate the trenches. Without that, you're not going to win many games. So, excuse me. They're coming. They get a few more draft picks that are decent, which I think they're going to do, because Brian Flores seems the type of coach that he recruits what he thinks is going to fit into his system. If it's not going to fit into the puzzle piece, he's not going to try to get it. He's not out to get Terrell Owens or Randy Moss, some crazy shit like that. He's going to get players that fit his system. So I think Devontae Smith fits his system. I also think that I want them to get Najee Harris, but I feel like they're going to lean toward Travis Etienne, the running back out of Clemson, only because he seems like a more agile back, meaning that he can go the distance. I'm not saying Najee can't, because Najee's amazing, absolute freak of nature and athlete, but I feel like they're going to overlook him to get somebody else. That's what I feel like the Dolphins are going to do. So I won't be surprised at 18 if they draft somebody else. I won't be surprised. I also won't be surprised if Najee goes in the top 15 picks. I won't be surprised either. But I think the Dolphins are going to draft smartly. I hope they get another defensive lineman that's going to change the trenches to give Wilkins and, Van Noy and all them other boys a chance to get the quarterback much faster. Because if you got more than 3 seconds to pass, you got too much time back there in that pocket. That means the defense line ain't doing shit. That means the offensive line is actually making like a star. Because Josh Allen literally picked apart that secondary easily. And to make it so bad, they let him get in with under a minute to go. He marched down the field and scored before the half was over. 28-3 before they knew it. And Tua just came out like, forget it. I'm just going to sling the ball everywhere. And that resulted in those 3 picks. But that's neither here nor there. This upcoming draft is going to tell exactly what the Dolphins are trying to go. If they draft like they're supposed to, offensive weapons to get him, more luxury in terms of showing what he can actually do as a quarterback, that shows where they're going. If they go straight defense, that means they have no faith in Tua. They're literally trying to get rid of him within the next season and 2022. So I'm praying that Brian Flores will pull the trigger and get a dominant offensive weapon, give Tua a chance to show what he can do, because I would like to see this boy throw for more than 1,800 yards. I want to see him throw 4,000 next season. Realistically, I'm fine with 3,000. 3,500 yards is actually impressive for a second year, which I think he can accumulate. I also think he can get 30 touchdowns. 30 touchdowns, about 4 or 5 interceptions, and 3,500 yards, and they have a 11-5 to 12-4 record. I think that's reachable because their schedule is very favorable this season, so I think they can get it. But that's just me. Anyway, comment you guys' thoughts. Let me know what you think. Give me a prediction on the Super Bowl. Who you pick? What's the score? I'm not gonna give a score because I think that it's gonna be a close. If I had to pick a score, I'd say 35-26, something like that. But it'd be Kansas City. 35-26, Kansas City. That's my score. I think Mahomes will throw for over 300 yards. I also think Brady gonna go for over 250 yards. The difference in the game gonna be Tyreek Hill. That's the difference. How can they slow him down? How can they minimize his touches? Gonna be very hard because that's his name, Nico Hartman. Nico Hartman is a beast. Just like Tyreek Hill, he's a beast. On the special teams, he can, huh?
He ain't showing that chicken no mercy.
None. And big as a warehouse. I'm sorry about that, guys. We're talking about my 600-pound life, but Tyreek Hill is a monster, and Malik Hartman is a beast on special teams. So if he gets punt return coverage where he gets 25 to 30 yards to flip the field, it's going to be a long day for Tampa Bay. Very, very long day. And Andy Reid is known as the coach that takes shots. So as soon as you flip the field and he thinks he's got one, he's going to take that one-on-one outside coverage because my receiver is faster than your DBs. As long as I can get that to him, he's going to score. And they also got Robinson, the other receiver. So it's a lot out there for them to look at or for them to deal with. It's not just one person. So it's gonna be a very, very interesting Super Bowl next Sunday. I'm gonna probably do another video before the Super Bowl starts, and then after to get my post game reaction. But like I said, man, you gotta have a blessed one. Comment below and let me know what you think. And I'll be responding as I always do. Peace.